Do you feel like you have any kind of or any memory loss or, you know, what's kind of your cognitive ability now, and you think that's been impacted by fighting? And then the next one would be why did you retire?
Well, I retired because I was worried for my brain. I'll say more about that after, but I'll answer the first question. So the answer is no.
Hmm.
I remember after I retired because I retired because I was worried about my brain. Then like anytime like I couldn't remember a word or whatever, I would like, oh my god, I have brain damage or whatever. And then I realized like you've always been like you're a human being, you know?
It's
Like
like,
what's the
Nick,
name of that person?
you've always had
Like
brain
yeah,
damage.
it's like what's the name of that thing? It's like, and I'd be like, oh my god, it's starting. I have a brain like. So then I just chilled the fuck out. So no, there's no issues that I've noticed. And then why did I stop fighting? Uh, yeah, basically getting hit in the head was affecting me more. So like for the most of my career, like you could just punch me full on. I'd be like, cool. Like would never hurt. I'd
Mm,
never even get dizzy. Like it'd be like nothing happened. And then when I was training for fights, my last couple of fights, especially my last fight, like I'd get hit and I'd be like, ooh, I'd have to shake it off. I was like, that doesn't seem right.
mm.
So yeah, basically that's it.
Yeah, and actually that's one of the big reasons that I kind of stopped too. Is
Yeah.
why I remember me and you talked about it after you retired, and that's when I just had ankle surgery, and I wanted to jump back in, and then I remember in sparring I was getting hit. No, I never like felt like it was hurting, but I was getting hit a lot more because I couldn't move as much. And I remember me and you sat down, and you were kind of talking to me about it, and I kind of went home, and I was like, "Fuck that, man!" Like, I
Yeah.
was like, "Nick's right, yeah." Like, why take the damage,
Yeah.
and then have it essentially be there for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
So,
So like the feeling the effect, it's
mhm,
it's it's helpful because it was there, like it's in
mhm,
your face, you feel it. But then like the rational thing that also played a role was I had this rule for myself after I got knocked out in Japan, where like if I have any one more knockout or like one more concussion, like
mhm,
so it's like if I slip and bang my head in my house or whatever, then I was done fighting.
mhm,
But I realized that that didn't make sense because it's like it was like binary. It's like I could take as much punishment to my head, and then as soon as I have a concussion, I'm done fighting. But there's subconcussive trauma, and it's accumulative. So you get a
mhm,
little hit in your head. You know, there's a certain number of those where those add up to a concussion.
mhm.
So I could spend a decade fighting. I could be Dan Severn, or I could be uh, fucking Mike Tyson fighting at 54 or whatever. Like never have a
Yeah,
concussion, but I could have all these like Frankie Edgar wars where that
yeah.
adds up to like it's equivalent to like 40 concussions or something like that. Then I realized that kind of rule that I told myself like doesn't make sense. It's stupid.
Yeah, and you know what? There's been guys that I've run into, right? That like were training and competing the same time that you were and that I was way back in the day, and they're still doing it now. And I've talked to some of these guys now, and they sound different. So it's like these are guys that are in like their mid 30s, right? So it's I think 30 mid 30s I think is too young to be goofy,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's scary.